We are in Wordens Ledges in our Hinckley Reservation down in Medina County. And Wordens Ledges is named for the man, or the family, that owned this area back probably as early as the 1850s. The youngest daughter in the family, whose name was Nettie, when she was in her early 80s, she married a man named Noble Stewart. Now Nettie had ended up inheriting the farm from her parents when they died. She married a man named Noble Stewart who was about 30 years her junior. And he came to live with her here at the farmhouse with his son George from a prior marriage. And Noble started coming down here and carving things. They're very eclectic. He carved a sphinx. He carved his father-in-law's face. Now, he never knew his father-in-law, but from a picture, and from the family picture that we have, that's a pretty good likeness. Then he started going further into the ledges and carving some other things. There is a picture of the Marquis de Lafayette. There is a picture of George Washington. There is a ship of some kind. He left no explanation of why he did all of this. We have a cross and a Bible, an open Bible, and further up near the house he did carve a full-size, almost life-size crucifix. So he carved these from about 1944 to 1948 in that time period, and for a while not many people knew about them. This was their land, of course. And also in that time period, Ty Cobb, baseball player for the Detroit Tigers. He carved his face. He has to have a baseball cap on, but it has eroded away over the years. While the carvings are certainly interesting, what makes this place magical is the natural environment. And it is a bit of a mini ecosystem because it's down here, protected by these ledges. There's the moist air that gets collected, comes off the rocks. So it creates plants down here that we don't see in much of any place in the Metroparks. Ferns, lichens, mosses, which is why when people come down here we want them to be really careful, because if you disturb the moss or the lichens that have been growing and it rubs off the rock, it takes years, decades for it to grow back. The path that leads down from our Wordens Ledges parking lot is deceptively rather simple at first, kind of a low grade, a little bit gravelly, kind of picks up where the bridle trail is. And then when you get down and you come around the loop, it's rather steep, rocky, and even in the height of summer, it tends to be muddy and a little slick. There's something about being drawn to these rocks and these ledges, I guess, that cries out for them, at least to Noble Stewart, to leave his mark on them, literally.
Wordens Ledges is in the Hinckley Reservation. The Metroparks does ask, though, remember, to stay off of the rocks.